No matter what is asked of you.
Meat puppet with a liberal helping of sauce.
Sauce.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
Does she have tuberculosis?
Kinda. Brought on by being relieved of her magic.
Hung by the hands outside until...
The Magisters have kept
Yeah,
edges with
I
all
didn't
known
know.
sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource.
Mm-hmm.
But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
See, she's normally she must be used to healing herself with swords, and now she can't.
And instead of
I wish
needle and
there was
thread...
more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Righto.
Nice.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not god-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke, and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Alrighty.
Well, someone told you not to smoke and you did it. See how you turned out.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
All right. So everybody is all sourced up. So let's hitch our party back together here and get the heck out of here. Ben Mezd. I've been Mezd. All right, out we go. All right, we're going to get out here on the deck, and then we're going to make a save at this point. Make sure we don't lose any of that progress, because that would be a pain to go through that again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's look at our map. Now we've got some points on the map. There's a place up here where there's supposed to be a village of elves living that we could deliver a message to from the previous act. So it might be worth it to kind of start wandering up that direction.
Just uncover the map a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What other kinds of tasks do you have that'll carry you out to other parts of the map?
Well, we got a few. This one is closed. Got quite a few, actually. This one here, the tribe of Sahala.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tribe of elves who are devoted to this elven woman they sort of view as their leader named Sahala. And they believe that she's dead, but we've discovered her alive on on the prison island. So we can head out that direction and let them know that she's still alive and see if there's anything else to encounter along the way.
You'll be safe.
Okay.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
Sorcerers.
Sauciers.
Oh yes, I forgot. It's a saucier. Will we bring a sommelier with our saucier?
There is a ghost nearby.
Unfinished business.
Use our new power.
Zoinks. What are you here for, my son?
The shimmering ghost of a lizard magister turns her gaze upon you. She holds your stare, boring into your mind, searching the blacks of your eyes for the secrets of your soul. But in so doing, she shows you hers.
Step
You
into
are
her memories.
Zusan, a young lizard magister, devoted to the Order. More than this, you are in love with a comrade, a human man of wit and kindness and sweet disposition, who goes by the name of Boris.
Remember meeting a Magister Boris in Fort Joy. Remember that he's dead. No, because we killed Boris.
Yeah, hide the manner of his death.
You are
perhaps?
Zusan once more. Alexander dies. Worse, your human comrades look at you askance, as if his murder was your fault. Even Boris turns against you. When he's posted to Fort Joy, he does not say goodbye. Your heart is broken.
Let's help her out. Send gentle commiserations to her, then allow her memories to continue.
Posted to the graveyard shift in the dark of night on the outskirts of town, you do your duty diligently. But your heart is no longer in it. So when you catch a couple of young sorcerers fleeing Raymond's net, you see how deeply in love they are. You do not turn them in. You help them to escape. But in the morning, they are caught and under torture give you up. They go to Fort Joy. You are hanged right here.
Sad story.
Bummer.
Yes.
And presumably that one will stay there for all time now.
Probably.
I was going to say, what is that?
A shroom.
Magic mushroom. Oh, yeah.
Huh. A scarecrow. Check it out. Whoa.
Seriously, can you do anything with it? Ah.
That looks ominous.
Everything grows here. Tall and strong. Join us.
Join us.
No.
How about if we just say nevermore?
Okay, well, what's going on here? Let's look at our map again. Got to get across this river, and there's a bridge here, so let's see if we can...
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Okay, nobody step on these traps. Can we avoid these traps?
You have to send them through one at a time.
There's paladins up ahead. Men of my
Oh, they're
vintage.
smart.
I wonder if I served with any of them back in the war.
We won't know until you talk with them.
Halt, traveller! Who goes there?
We're adventurers.
If you're looking for adventure, east's the way to go. It's a void-woken hellhole over there. Sorcerer at work. Powerful one. Of course, you could wait for the Magisters to sort them out. You'll be waiting.
Right.
Holding the fort like we always do. Usually the fort in question is bigger than this one, but you do the job in front of you, don't you? Seems someone high up doesn't trust the Magisters to do their jobs out there.
What can we expect beyond the bridge?
What should you expect beyond the bridge? Expect sorcery of the highest order. Expect Voidwoken, bigger and badder than you've ever seen. Expect the void. Expect to die. Go on through, adventurer. We won't stop you.
Everyone is so happy around
Yeah.
here.
Okay, we're going.
La 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 la. What's all the stuff over at the table?
That looks like the property of a magister.
I just didn't know if the map of the vicinity would be helpful.
I shall not mourn till war is done.
Well, as I live and scarcely breathe, if it isn't Ifan Ben Mesd. Thought you died in the death fog. Thought you died a hero. But I suppose it's better to live as one. We really gave those Black Ring what for, eh? Wiped them all out in the blink of an eye. Damn proud to have served with you, Ben Mesd. Damned proud. And now that the war's over, there's plenty of cleaning up to do. Matter of fact, speaking of cleaning up, I've some work I could send your way if you're interested.
What do you want done?
He taps a finger on the map on the table.
Here, in the Black Pits, are White Magisters. Their operation is shrouded in mystery, and this pricks our ears.
Side
We are
quest.
gravely
Yeah.
concerned. We believe the White Magisters may have strayed into the darkness.
Oh, God.
We
The
suspect
dark side of
that
the
Dallas
Source.
herself and her master Vriedemann are the inspiration for these dark endeavors. Look under the white veil of secrecy and report back.
How much loot is in it for me?
How much do you want? I have fewer paladins to pay, so I have ready gold. But there are limits.
Should we give him an outrageous?
You know what?
sum?
Outrageous. Be outrageous.
You think very highly of yourself indeed.
Oh, yes. If you dither, the price goes up.
Oh.
He opens a pouch and shows you the contents. It's certainly an unreasonable sum, but it's not as outrageous as you might like.
Take it or leave it.
Take it.
Excellent.
He offers you an item. A whistle-like device sits nestled in your hand.
What is
War
that?
owl.
When you're
whistle.
ready, send a war owl. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous place these days. And I'd like to think I'll hear from you again. And, adventurer,
He looks you in the eye.
I know it goes without saying, Ben Mesd, but don't get caught.
Didn't you just say it?
I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep
Okay.
while blood still runs.
He's kind of a one-hit
I'll
wonder.
hold my
Pretty much. Okay, that's a void woken right there. Look at the nasty giant things.
Looks like something right out of Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Is there a guy in here? Let's see if we can
I heard you
offload
might be
some
coming
stuff.
through this way. Good on you for the help you gave Loar. Good on you indeed. Happy to. Some of that stuff's not bad, friend. It's a little better now if I say so myself. Good luck to you.
All right, we can offload a few things. So, if you want to trade, there's a lot of people you can trade with here.
Have you found better people to trade with?
There's actually quite a few good people to trade with here on this island.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interesting little tricks here.
Tell us about them, Stu.
I will. We're going to do some inventory management here in a second. So, everybody in the party is wearing a necklace. If they're wearing a necklace, it means that the ones that I have here are inferior to the ones they're currently wearing.
Oh.
Generally, the necklace is going to give you some amount of protection from magical attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to stack up the stuff I want to sell. It shows me what the value of that stuff is. if I want, if there's nothing in his inventory that I want, I can just tell him to pay me the sum in gold,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything changes hands.
Okay.
Okay, but Beast can have his own stuff that he might want to sell as well. All the characters do.
Nice.
Okay, so that's good for now.
And are you controlling the other ones while you're there? Do you have to handle all of their transactions as well?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to handle them all.
Same thing with the wearing of amulets and such. You need to choose all of those.
That's correct.
Okay.
So here we've got some options now. Let's go to weapons, and we're going to open everybody's inventory, because there are things here that Sabine actually picked up that would be useful to other characters in the party, like this axe. Okay, so it's in Sabile's inventory right now, but if I compare this axe to what he's currently using, okay, on the left-hand side, it's showing me what he has equipped, and I can compare it directly against what this axe does.
Nice.
So this axe does some water-based damage, but it also does a crap ton of physical damage. This is going to be a much superior weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that in there. He's going to equip that. Okay. But I'm going to drop this other axe back in his inventory because I just want him to keep it. So let's take a look. We've got these boots. Okay, the boots he's wearing are superior. But let's take a look at the boots that the Red Prince has on. Okay, the ones in Beast's bag are superior. So I kind of have a pecking order when it comes to good armor. It usually starts with Ifan and then goes to Red Prince and then goes to the other two characters because those two are the ones who are going to jump into the fray. So I prioritize armor with them. And Beast kind of has his own armor completely because his stuff is really, really high in magical protection. Higher than the other characters, generally. But that's just how I've chose to set it up. So let's take a look at Ifan. Okay, so we got this axe here, 35 to 40. Now we've got this two-handed hammer, which does even more damage, which I think could be a good choice for him as well. Now it doesn't do any magical damage, but let's drop that in there. Okay. Now, the cool thing about this is you can see the hammer has a little circle in the corner. That means that it's possible to embed a magical rune in this hammer that would allow this hammer to do other things. This is the same case with this axe he was using. So I can recover this rune by doing manage runes, and I'm going to extract that rune. Now I could take this hammer, manage runes, and I can look at the runes I have available. So the addition of this rune adds 11% damage as poison damage. It adds poison resistance to the wielder and increases accuracy by 8%. This one is 9% earth damage, earth resistance, and some vitality. So I'm going to grab this rune and stick it in there. Now the other thing I can do with this hammer is I can use crafting to poison this hammer. And so I'm going to use that by going into the crafting menu. I got my hammer there, right? So let's see what all we got here.
I'm impressed that you can carry a mug of water.
I know.
Very skilled.
Yep. So I'm going to basically what I'm doing is I'm adding this poisonous ooze. That's why I keep an ooze barrel
That's what
in
I was
my
wondering.
inventory.
Thank you for letting me know. Nice way to bring that back, Stu.
You bet. Oh, invalid combination. I can't do that. Now I could take this axe, however. Let's do this. Combine that. I bet you this one will go with ooze. Yeah. Okay. So let's compare. Water damage, poison damage, physical damage, 20% crit, 185% critical damage, plus 2 strength, plus 1 warfare. Man, they're both excellent weapons. So
choices.
Yeah. Well, we'll stick with what we got for now. We got this one poisoned, though. And I mean, once you poison that thing, it's that way for good. You don't have to come back and do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
That's helpful.
It's that way for good. All right. And so, let's see. Beast has this crossbow. He doesn't use a crossbow. However, the Red Prince does. So I'm going to drop that in here. I keep a crossbow in Beast's inventory as just kind of an optional range weapon should he ever need it.
I was going to say for Beast, or is he just carrying it?
For Beast, just in case something happens and he needs a ranged attack.
More sense to use the crossbow than a regular bow for him?
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Okay.
But that's more or less kind of a role play thing.
Sure.
And then anything I find that I'm going to sell that no one can use any longer, I always put that in Ifan's inventory. And so that way stuff, when I get to a vendor, things that are queued up for sale are in his inventory.
Okay.
So, let's see. This basically is going to allow me to compare different things. You can see it's showing me on the left-hand side, it's comparing the crossbow to what he has currently equipped, which is not, in fact, a crossbow. He's got a shield and an axe kind of a thing equipped.
Gnarly-looking thing.
Yeah. So, let's set him up with a range weapon. Wow. Oh, wow, cool. He was getting a strength bonus. He was getting a strength bonus from the weapon he was using, which allowed him to wear those boots.
The boots? Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. What does this do? I mean, it definitely does more damage. Let's set him up as a hand-to-hand fighter again. I feel like I need him to be more tanky right now than I need him to
get the armor back.
To be rangy, because both Beast and Sabine are good range fighters in their own way. So, all right, let's do that. All right, F5 to quick save. It's the same here. All right, now let's go off into no man's land here. And
nothing to get from the dead Void Woken or anything?
No, I picked the body already.
Oh, okay.
They beat all those Void Woken. I'm impressed.
Okay. Now, got a bunch of traps.
Yeah.
Which would be the best way to go? I want to go generally in the direction of this place. I'm thinking. We got a lot of places we could go here.
So what's up at the very top of your map? It looks like something's already uncovered up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Just make your way.
Yeah, I don't recall having been up there before, so I'm not sure. All right, let's see if we can guide everyone safely through here. Okay, I'm going to put Ifan in the lead again. Since he's my primary character, we'll keep him in the lead.
I should keep my voice low. No need to wake the dead.
You would sound very different if you were soprano. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Look who's come to join the party. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
Oh, this is some guy we met in Act 1, I think.
Wrinkle your forehead. Do you know each other? I like it.
Well, I certainly know you. I was captive on the Lady Vengeance before you arrived. I'm most glad that chapter has ended. Malady has been most kind to keep me on board in exchange for my special talents.
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know what to dig, that is.
Okay, wonder why he's outside the gates if he loves graveyards so much. That's a good question.
Ah, it's a quandary, you see. I'm not exactly welcome in the Stone Garden. The servants that tend the graves, well, their master, this Riker fellow, caught me nosing around, so he had them chase me off. The spirits within are particularly feisty as well. Can't say why. I'm as gentle as can be. Alas, I'm stuck sniffing out herbs and fungi on the outskirts.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
This is when having access to a Godwoken might come in handy. You see, beyond the gates, there's something that my heart, such as it is set on. Well, that's the gold-plated question it is. I dare say you'll enjoy this story.
Oh, here we go.
Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Or so the legends say, anyway. Belonged to a family buried near here, the Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people.
It's because they had a fringe on top.
Old Joanna was the last. The poor
dear.
Poor dear. Had no money, no children, just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
He sounds quite contemptuous.
Yeah, he does.
Rather literally.
His coy grin freezes.
Hours spent on scholarship are never hours wasted.
I love insulting him.
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreeze. For a moment, he looks almost modest.
In Act 1, we
say?
saved this guy from,
Oh.
some kind of magical servitude.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. And this heirloom could prove valuable for both of us.
All right. Okay, so where did we hear about this guy? Somebody said something previously about a guy nosing around a graveyard, right? Like,
I don't know that I kept that in
Beautiful.
my brain.
The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. And whatever that object is in there, I bet it's impressive.
He looks toward the graveyard.
It's probably not.
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look up some old friends. See if they're in good spirits.
God, the dick.
You're very funny.
We get in there? Cue the graveyard music.
Yes, with the for whom the bell tolls noises.
Yeah. Matthew, your t-shirt is so appropriate.
It is. We'll share a picture of the t-shirt on the Facebook.
Now, the one thing about this